Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Mr. Dogboat33, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserredux as, well, the Irish Regency? Last video, we elected the Conservatives in Eamon de Valera, decided that we should just become a monarchy. Which, you know, fuck it, why not? Sounds fun. We'll go with that. So we got that done. And here's our event. Talking about that right now. Today, the President of the Republic of Ireland, Eamon de Valera, has announced that in coming weeks and months, or mouths, I guess is it spelled out there, Ireland shall be transformed from a republic to a monarchy. In effect, the office of President shall be replaced by that of monarch, with Ireland's democratic institutions remaining in full effect and power. Interestingly enough, the President did not state who would be taking the Irish throne. Indeed, it would seem that not even the President would know, although it has been confirmed that a list does indeed exist. To reflect this, Ireland has declared itself to be a regency, although this period is expected to only last a short while. In any case, Ireland joins the rank of the world's various monarchies, for better or worse. Gomaira Henry. After this, we're gonna have to rush down and join the Reichspakt. While President de Valera and his allies in the Oireachtas have begun the process of restoring the Irish monarchy, going as far as to declare a so-called Irish Regency, it seems that not all within the nation approve of the plan. Indeed, members of Doyle, who previously belonged to the Sinn Féin, loyal to the anti-treaty IRA, but whom ran for election following the Belfast Agreement, along with many other members of the former Army Council, have issued a joint statement condemning the move. In a statement, the protesters called de Valera a tyrant, accusing him of inviting the British back, and said they would fight the restoration, to the death if need be, to keep Ireland free. Due to the protests, many of de Valera's allies, and allegedly the president himself, are beginning questioning the restoration. Due to this, many are wondering if the entire restoration project should be simply abandoned and the Republic maintained. Alternatively, some have presented for the president to address these men head-on. After all, it was not the vision of Pearse for Ireland to be a Gaelic monarchy. Besides, Ireland shall maintain its democratic system simply under the eye of the king. Of course, these men could also simply be ignored. They're only a minority in the Oireachs, and the restoration is supported by the major party. Either way, it's only for de Valera to decide. Irish monarchism is nothing new, and we shall remind them of that. All glory to the best regent. Hail he who walked in God's footsteps, indeed. A new flag for the kingdom. From the start, it was obvious that there would be some problems integrating the Irish Americans into our republic. The wealthier note the lack of democracy as they knew it in the U.S., while the less well-off feel that their situation is being exploited by Irish business. Locals also have grievances as they feel like the newcomers are stealing jobs from them, as well as seeing their cultural traditions as not in keeping with their native Irish culture. To top it off, Unionists view the immigration as an attempt by the Republic to colonize Ulster, where many have settled. Something must be done. Let's do a new flag for the kingdom. What do we want, flag-wise? Ooh, I like a lot of these flags, actually. We'll do a tricolor with the harp on it. Conscript the Yanks. Tibet declared war in Bhutan. You will fight for the Great Regency, indeed. I need it working on. So the anti-air. Yeah. Anti-air here. I'm actually working on. Do we really? I don't think we need tanks. Let's do motorized. We'll work on some infrastructure. Alright, now we need to join a fucking faction and quick. I run the world stage. For 11 years since the end of the Irish Free State, Ireland has not existed in a sleepy isolation. The politics of the outside world not seen as important. Now, with the Second Weltkrieg on the rise, Ireland must assert herself on the world stage or be consumed once more. Because of our expansive farming policy, we've seen fit to implement more further-reaching farm reforms that would otherwise have been possible. Mechanizing our farms will finally help Ireland overcome the shadow of a great famine and will help our population grow. We reap what we sow. Well, here we are. Now that the debate over monarchism has ended, it's time to decide where the monarch will come from. The majority of voices in the government under Fianna Fáil have called for an Irish monarch for an Irish kingdom. Some dissenters, inspired by Patrick Proust's legacy, fought for an alternative, warning that Ireland may not be able to stand against the cynical powers of Britain and France, let alone the plotting monarch in Canada across the sea. Without foreign protection. To this end, Fianna Fáil selected Prince Joachim of Prussia, the sixth son of Kaiser Wilhelm II, as a possible candidate for the throne. Joachim does not speak English, and some would hope that his complete lack of ties to the Anglos will allow him to influence his government towards the de-Anglicization of Ireland, and perhaps the entire Isles. For us, fusion of Irish monarchy with Prussian constitutionalism would allow for Ireland to seek protection under the Kaiser's watchful eye. Though this would naturally require us to reject a native candidate, which is the most popular alternative, some have voiced fears that picking Joachim would be selling Ireland to the Germans, and that German occupation would be no better than the English. Of course, this is but fear-mongering, and appropriate balances will be placed on the monarchy should the king, assuring that the king is merely representative of Ireland on the world stage. Should we go through the plan of crowning a German monarch, or is it a native high king, what Ireland truly needs to maintain its hard-fought freedom? I don't feel like we need a crown on the Irish throne. I don't feel like we do. And we'll look at Irish candidates, I think. Now that we have chosen to choose a native Irish High King, we must now pick a specific monarch. Many of the great clans still have surviving bloodlines among the non-Anglo nobility, so we must choose one of these fine souls to lead us to the new High King of Ireland. David Lair himself personally prefers the father of an old friend, Leopoldo O'Donnell y Falcas, who hails from the clan O'Donnell and was born in Spain and since fallen in with the Carlist movement. His appointment would likely tie us to the foreign affairs of the Spanish, but would grant us a strong Catholic ally. Opposing him loudly by his supporters is Hugo Jose Jorge O'Neill of the Clan O'Neill. Born and raised in Portugal, the Irish Catholic noble, a strong ties to Lisbon's Estado Novo and the Catholic Luso-Integralist movements, being the main publisher of integralist ideology in Ireland, and introducing David Lair and the rest of Ireland's monarchists to the concept. Widely seen as the most legitimate candidates, Donogh O'Brien stands between these two bickering foreign nobles, who some profess only carry half Irish blood. O'Brien of Clan O'Brien is a top direct descendant of Brian Boru, greatest of the old High Kings that toppled the O'Neill dynasty, ended the Viking invasion of Ireland, established his dynasty that would last for over 5 centuries, cementing himself as one of the great Irish leaders in history. As his sire, Donogh O'Brien is beloved by Irish nationalists across the Emerald Isle. Dark horse candidate in the race is William Francis Brinsley Lepore Trench, 8th Earl of Clancarty, 7th Marquis of Hewston. Member of Dutch nobility of Clan McCarthy, he has every right to be king, but has little interest in ruling. Said Trench adores the occult and the strange, having a passion for UFOlogy and esoteric pseudosciences. Last among the varied candidates is the Earl of Antrim, Randall MacDonald. Of native Ulster, MacDonald is a descendant of Sorley Boy MacDonald, who won for his family the right to remain in Ireland, much to the displeasure of the English. During the Jacobite Wars, and the MacDonalds fought bravely for the Stuarts, as did their sire clan in Scotland. Clan MacDonald, although the loss of the war greatly diminished the influence of the MacDonalds in Antrim. Along with her storied history, the royal blood of Stuarts flows through MacDonald's veins. Descendant of James VI and first through his daughter Elizabeth Stuart, MacDonald is thus a claimant to the thrones of Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and England, however distant. Ireland has a long tradition of electing its king from among the great clans, so let this election begin. Yeah, we got a lot of choices. Jesus. Do the Schizofunny. Does the Schizofunny have any different paths? I don't think it does. Anyway, Antrim, my home county? Nice. Should we represent the home team? I don't know, but it's funny. It would be funny. You know, this guy has claims to all of the British Isles. That makes me think, might be something interesting to go on there. Plus, we'll represent the home team as well. I'm looking at this and thinking if there's any, like, bonuses that come with it. Your companies, yeah. Start deploying our troops, training them up. Ira's on the world stage. We'll start. Choosing our friends. Tensions grow. Some cry out for the need of allies to protect Ireland, and we stand at crossroads on how to align. The aid of whom the 1916 proclamation describes our gallant allies in Europe. Germany proved critical in the War of Independence. Many Irishmen fought in the Weltkrieg on the side of the Entente. On the other hand, should Irishmen be sent to die in a foreign war? We're gonna die in a foreign war anyways, just depending on... Does this guy not say what happens? I don't think it does. Like, there's a specific path to get an integral guide, I believe. Or a specific monarch. But... we're gonna have elections in 37, looks like. I'm surprised nobody put in a path to make Michael Collins the big king of Ireland. Now that I said that, though, someone's probably going to add that. We could do the Kaiser. Let's do the Kaiser. Let me rephrase that. Let's ally with the Kaiser. It was the Germans who first recognized us and whose equipment and supplies allowed us to hold out against the vicious tactics of the British Army in the Irish War of Independence. Though Ireland is in many ways in German spear already, we can now make it official. The debates have finally ended, and a new High King of Ireland has finally been chosen. Coronated with a Stone of Destiny on Tower Hill, Randall MacDonald is the new King of Ireland, and shall guide us as a unifying paternal figure our democracy sorely needed. Our independence is assured, so long as we remain strong, resolute, and determined to Ireland, and our freedom above all else. The glory of a past has been restored, and the Irish kingdom has been reborn. God save the King. Long live the King. So we have Randall MacDonald. And name and declare, no descriptions for any of them. There's no way I can respond. There's no way I can say what you just said, Kev. Like centuries before, the coronation of new High King of Ireland, takes place at the peak of the Hill of Tara, atop the inauguration mound in County Meath. At the top of the sacred hill stands Valia Foyle, also called the Stone of Destiny, the Speaking Stone, or the Coronation Stone of Tara, which is a large stone monolith poking out of the ground and reaching towards the heavens, covered in religious and cultural carvings and runes with specific meanings long forgotten. Here, this hallowed and ancient site, used by generations upon generations of our ancestors, the new High King Randall MacDonald has been crowned in a ceremony fusing modern Irish Catholicism with Gaelic and Druidic motifs, creating a syncretic fusion of Ireland's unique culture to be protected and spread by this new Ardry. All hail the King. May this new monarch protect and preserve Irish independence, integrity, and culture. Kaiser. Next, let's go with our gallant allies in Europe. Germany's our natural ally, without whom we would still be under British rule. We owe it to them to aid in their struggle. Randall MacDonald, 8th Earl of Antrim, is a native of County Antrim in Ulster, related to the once powerful Clan MacDonald of Scotland. MacDonald, via his parental ancestry, is descended from Elizabeth Stuart, daughter of James I and VI, first placing him within line of succession to the Stuart line, however remote and distant. With his highness being within the Jacobite line of succession, it's almost inevitable that the people would begin in comparing his rule to that of his Stuarts. While preferring to maintain a much lighter hand than his forefathers, his rule is not without similarity. Indeed, MacDonald is outspoken in support of democracy. The king is begun actively promoting Catholicism within the state. Has actually begun quietly punishing those families and clans who supported the Williamites all those years ago by quietly seizing welfare states, refusing to recognize their titles in the new Irish peerage system. Due to these actions, or perhaps due to just the restoration of some kind of monarchy on the British Isles, various Jacobites from Scotland and around the globe have arrived in Ireland and begun championing the king as a rightful heir of James II, the rightful king of England, Scotland, and Wales. While the voices so far remain outside of the government, their influence can already be felt on some of the weaker-willed members of the king's court, members who are filled with dreams of restoration and the reclamation of old glories. Long live the heir of James, King of Ireland. Said like Antrim. Antrim, okay. Like how we have tits on our flag. All right. Should be joining these guys soon. We have an Irish monarch. Well, that'll be good to get working on soon. Let's do an Irish monarch. Refusing to bend any foreign king, our monarchist coalition has decided crowning upon a truly Irish monarch. The old great clans may have lost their power, but their descendants still fill this land, while many others have been still all of themselves into the nobility of foreign powers. Many centuries the throne has been left vacant. Truly strong Irish monarch on the throne, Ireland shall stand strong and proud against all that comes our way as we build a conservative and pious paradise here under the new king. True. There we go. Germany's accepted our request and will now join the Reich Pact, standing together its cynic lists. We would do that, but the fact that you're fighting fucking Flanders, how have you not steamrolled them already? They're giving us free shit, hell yeah. Raymond Moulton O'Brien is a known figure in Irish monarchist circles, but not for good reasons. A British-born American and founder of the far-right Irish United Christian Nationalist Party, O'Brien is perhaps most known for being a pretender to an extinct earldom of Thomond and the barony of Ibracken, while also swearing to be the prince of the Principality of Thomond, a fictitious microstate fabricated by O'Brien as a scam for noble legitimacy. A certified psycho, O'Brien has run-ins with the law in Mexico, New York, and Dublin. He's known for being a fringe member of the Celtic Nationalist Corporate Party, A&H, though other leaders have tried to deny this. He has hit the news this time over being angry at the government for not nominating him as possible High King, citing his own noble blood. Like usual, he was met with laughs and jeers, forced to run out lest he faced a barrage of trash from the riled crowd. The King of Thomond has been humiliated yet again. Get this nut job the fuck out of here. Could up our conscription laws, but that's not going to do too much for us. Let's do... Also, we don't have that much to build. Let's do Let's go with Murphy Radio. So that gives us a boost to electronics as well as everything else. Ooh. Established by Arthur Guinness at St. James Gate in Dublin in 1759, Guinness is a national brew of Ireland, an Irish dry stout black or very dark ruby in color that is nicknamed liquid bread by many. With nearly half of Dublin employed by the brewery or connected to it in some way, it is one of the largest companies in Ireland, an industrial and financial centerpiece of Dublin and the nation at large. By subsidizing the company and working to get closely with the brand, we can dip into the vast reservoirs of profit and benefit the state. With Guinness at our side, Ireland's economy is too big and too delicious to fail. With their help, Ireland will flourish. I'll drink to that, but not this video because I got in here. Thanks for watching. Like, dislike if you didn't. Leave me comments, feedback down in the comments below. I read all comments again. Appreciate any all feedback you might have for me. And yeah, the sub button, notification bell. Uploads every weekdays, week as well as occasional Saturdays. Yeah, that's it for now, gang. I think you're watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.